The immortal John Hancock here, and today I have the latest from Champ Games. They make amazing 2600 games, and their newest release, Tutankham Arcade, is in my hands, and I'm going to be sharing this along with a few other ports that you may be familiar with, compare them a little bit, and show you this amazing new release from them. It is going to be available soon on their website, and I am so excited to be sharing this release with you. So sit back, relax, here we go. Tutankham came out in 1982. Here's the arcade release. I want to show some of the different ports you might be familiar with. It's a maze shoot 'em up where you go around. You have a flash bomb, one per life, as you progress through one of 4 levels. And so you have to find keys and items for points. And there's a ColecoVision version, which is well done. Nice big sprites. And one of my favorite versions, actually. And so for many people, you're gonna have different ports of this that you remember. For me, I definitely played the ColecoVision version when I started retro collecting in the 90s, and definitely one of the better versions of the game. So then you have the VIC-20, and the VIC-20 is kind of ugly looking, but actually very impressive considering the limitations of this classic computer. I'm a huge Commodore VIC-20 fan, and so you fire left and right, and different consoles had different playability. And so, you know, what Champ Games has done is taken a nod from this classic game and made it something their own. I can't wait to show you the gameplay footage and what they have done for the 2600. Here's the Intellivision one, which was offered internationally and pretty hard to track down these days, especially here in the States. Kind of slow. Definitely the Intellivision one was a little disappointing, but you know what? For some people, you may prefer this version. And now I'm going to show you the original 2600 version published by Parker Brothers in the States, and it definitely is inferior compared to the other versions. You know, the 2600 has several limitations, and what's cool about Champ Games is they offer arcade releases, and it really shows the power of the 2600, but adding a little bit more. Champ Games boxes have amazing artwork, and Tutankham Arcade is one of the best. Here it is. Here's the screenshots on the back of the box, and they have several other releases. You can check it out on their website, and this is Atari Vox supported, as well as other features. Quad Atari compatible, as well as even a Sega Genesis controller. This version at PRGE came with a digital ROM included, very sweet, and a poster. They were also selling t-shirts of Tutankham Arcade, and so fantastic. They had a really nice setup there showing new releases coming out. And so you know what, Champ Games does simply some of the best 2600 arcade ports, as well as more. And the instruction manual really goes into the extra features. There's extra levels. You can use a Sega Genesis controller. There's a dual controller setup using standard 2600 controllers, and a whole bunch more. 4 additional levels, new enemies, and can't wait to show you. This has to be played 60 frames a second. So it's really important. It won't look right if you don't have that set up on your monitor. And so I want to let you know. So if you're wondering why does it look garbled, they use some trickery to make all the fantastic things appear on the screen. So you have to have 60 frames to see this properly, just like my Robotron video. And so 1 or 2 player, there's different modes, standard, novice, challenge. So many cool things added in this version. And so additional enemies. The classic arcade levels are there, but they've offered more as well. And so I can't wait to show you this. Really excellent sound as well. And you can play all the levels, just the Champ Games, just the arcade ones. You can do random, you can do flip. And Champ Games offers lots of gameplay options, so it's really important to check those out, and you play the way you want to play. So here it is. Here's the game. Really cool map on the top of the screen, and fantastic. I'm actually using a Sega Genesis controller and showing you footage on my modified Atari 7800. that was done by Ivory Tower Collections, who S-video modded my console, and it looks amazing. And he's got a great channel as well. So anyways, just want to show this, you know, classic arcade difficulty, where you can perish from multiple enemies coming from generators, and you can fire left and right with a flash bomb. You have one flash bomb per life, and so it's important that you use that sparingly, and the flash bomb gets rid of enemies on the screen. You can get overwhelmed pretty fast, and so it's important to know that. And so yeah, I'm just trying to get to the end here with the key, and so it's got really sweet graphics, and I love how it shows you carrying the key along the way. There's my flash bomb, and then you can fire left and right. Makes it difficult when you're on vertical corridors and with enemies. You have to be really smart. So this does have some simple puzzle aspects to it. Sometimes you have to double back on a level to get more than one key, and so levels can get pretty challenging. I want to show you a couple of the arcade games. That's pretty sweet. Look in there, that map sprite, very cool. But yeah, they did a well done job on the 2600. Comparing this to the original release done by Parker Brothers, man, this is so much better. So I highly recommend this version of the game. It's 60 bucks, but you know what? It comes with a lot of goodies, and I highly recommend it. And so it should be available soon. But you're probably wondering, what do those champ levels look like? New enemies, and so here's one here. Oh, that's cool, Mummy. And so they've added some additional enemies. They've really done a good job with this release. You know, Tutankham is a classic arcade game. Many people remember growing up and playing it, or playing different versions of it. I didn't show all the versions, by the way. I know there's some obscure Japanese computer releases, but I wanted to show the ones mostly you're going to remember in the States, or if you had the international and television release. But yeah, just very cool to go around. I'm really enjoying this arcade release, and I'm looking forward to playing it more, as well as seeing other Champ game releases, which they are working on. Oh, that's cool. Very sweet to see that sprite in the bottom right hand corner. So yes, cool. So whenever you finish a level, you're greeted with a nice graphic display. Very awesome. So here's another level from Champ Games, and pretty sweet. So yeah, definitely. Have you played Tutankham arcade? Is this something you're going to pick up? What are your favorite Champ Games releases? In the comments, let me know. And thank you so much for viewing any of my videos and coming to my channel and checking out what I have to offer. I really enjoy covering homebrew and aftermarket games. I've really been on a kick lately of showing these releases, as there's several companies that are supporting classic consoles, things that I grew up with. And I'm a huge Atari 2600 fan, and there's a lot of people that watch my videos and like to see what's coming out for a classic console. Atari, Nintendo, Sega, I love to cover it all. And you know what? Champ Games is one of the best companies when it comes to offering quality Atari 2600 releases that you never would have thought of. So this will be available on their website, where they have this and many other releases. I've covered a few of these on my channel. They do amazing ports of arcade games and a whole bunch more. They're branching out and working on some original releases, and you can check out these demos, which are available on their website, or if you want to purchase the digital ROMs, they have many options on how to purchase their games. So what are you waiting for? Go to their website, check it out, and stay tuned, as this is going to be available soon. Thank you so much for viewing this video. If you like what you see, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button and clicking the bell, as I'm uploading videos every week. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. This is the Immortal John Hancock, and you take care.